Please, this is my third video. Please like and subscribe, share. Please enjoy the video. Earthquake Chapter 3. A few months later, in the middle of April, I was working at the entrance of my cave when I heard an enormous roar. Stones started to fall on my head. Perhaps I had dug too deep into the hillside and wicked it. I thought I am going to be buried alive. After all my hard work, I rushed to my ladder and climbed down to the ground. But my troubles were not over. The earth was shaking under my feet, and it continued to shake for at least 30 minutes. Huge rock fell into the sea with a dreadful noise, and then the sea started to bubble. I felt sick when territory and with the movement of the earth. I feared for my life after the third shock. I sat on the ground, not knowing what to do. I cried, "Lord, have mercy upon me," from time to time. But when the earthquake was over, I thought no more about gods. Then the wind began to blow hard until the sea was covered in the flood and the water rose over the trees. In less than half an hour, the wind became a hurricane and uprooted some of the trees. It began to rain so hard that I went into my tent, but the rain was so violent that I finally went into my cave, terrified that I would fall down on my head. In the cave, I had a new problem. It was filling up with rainwater. I set to work at once and cut a hole in my wall to let out the water. I sat in my cave for 2 days and nights. The fear being buried alive stopped me from sleeping well. Life was just remaining to normal after these territories. When I felt ill, I started to shiver as if it was winter. Then I had strong pain in my head and a fever. I was very frightened. After a week, I forced myself to pick up my gun and go to hunting because I had very little food. I killed a she-goat and managed to cook some of it, but the effort was too great for me. The next day, I was ill again. I was so weak by the end of the day that I could not even stand up to fetch some water. I lay in my hammock and cried out, "Lord, have mercy upon me," until I fell asleep. But the sleep brought me a worse nightmare I have ever had. I dreamed that I was sitting outside. A man came down to the ground out of a great black cloud in a bright flame of fire. His face was terrifying as he moved towards me, carrying a long spear. Then he spoke to me. "You have not said you are sorry for the wrong thing you have done in your life. Now you shall die." He lifted up his spear, ready to kill me, and I woke up. I recovered very slowly from my illness. The dream had a great effect on me. I thought a great deal about my past life, and for the first time in my year, I opened a page I found, "Call on me in the day of trouble." This word had a great effect on me. When I went to bed that night, I did what I had never done in my life. I kneeled down and prayed to God. At first, I thought that God might save me from the lonely life in the despair island. But as I read and thought, I knew the God was there to save me from the guilty. I felt about running away from my family. I felt more at peace that I have ever felt since I have arrived on my island. Please like and subscribe, share. This is chapter 3, Earthquake. Please like and subscribe and enjoy the viewing.